Pretty much,
like
I would say so.
He's the white Larry Bird of the WNBA.
Oh man, it's not gonna let me
The
shit.
white Larry Bird is crazy.
I'm gonna put the link in.
That's far to stretch, bro.
I'm gonna put the link in the back chat because it won't let me share because it's my first time sharing this computer. If you could pull this from X, we should be able to play. There's no music or anything, and it is of one of it's actually at one of the recent games for UNC, and one of the commentators, speaking of race narratives, made a very interesting comment. Check it out.
Shit, can I play this shit? It's college basketball.
You can play. Well, you don't even have to show the basketball game. Just play the audio, John, if you want.
Yeah. All right, let me.
Really, we want to hear the commentator's comment.
Yeah, do that. All right, cool.
I mean, she is cultural. She is a cultural icon here in LA. And I was at a game here last year, and I thought I was at the BET Awards. It was like every star in that community. We've seen so many people.
I thought I'm at the BT.
Oh man!
What a comparison, huh? Lord have mercy.
I feel like I'm at the BT.
Damn, they might yank her job, man. They might.
Now, I don't know if you guys know who that was. You're bringing up a good point. That's Holly Rowe. She's a very well decorated basketball, not just women's basketball, period, journalist. If they get rid of her, and they might, because she's getting a lot of flack right now on social media for that comment, they might get a big lawsuit because she's like well known in the field, very respected. She's not cute. That's why you don't know who she is, right? She's not a Malika Andrews. She's not one of these types. She's a little frumpy white woman who knows basketball. She knows the game, like John said.
Awards.
Mm-hmm. But she, and I don't even think she was trying to say something racist. I think she was just saying she's bringing Black LA to these games.
What's next? The Source Awards?
Oh, I hope not. Then they're gonna start shooting up the court. That's a whole other thing. A whole other problem.
What's say?
Wait. So Universal. What I'm guessing is this is probably going viral on Black Twitter right now.
How dare she say that?
This white woman.
Yeah, but she's just highlighting the culture. She's saying Juju's bringing the culture to USC women's basketball, but she can't say that because she's white, and she probably likes black dudes too. She do got that look to her.
Yeah, she do. She BBC.
Damn, man. I wonder what made her want to say that though, man. Like that's a little.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much.
But I know why. She's been covering basketball her whole life, man. She's been around those players. She knows. I bet you off camera, she's cool. She's probably down. And at that moment, she probably thought that she could just slide that in, not realize that she's a little older. The social media game is different.
Yeah.
Now, if she would have used a rap lyric or something, it would have been okay, right? She would have said, she's like Gorilla on the court, and she likes to do this. She would have dropped the line. She would have been invited to the cookout.
Now you trying to say she a monkey, bro?
Come on, bro. All of monkeys when you get paid by Disney. I mean, yeah, you gonna play the game. I mean, Stephen A. Smith just got called out. We covered that yesterday or a couple days ago. He just got called out.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, James O'Keefe calling him out there.
For what?
For tap dancing, pretty much. Salute to the King Shitard.
It's almost like Larry Bird versus Michael Jordan, except with women.
Yeah, they tried to make that. They tried to make that happen with Angela Reese, but they realized she ain't as good as she looks.
No, she looked like Squidward.
No, she looks better than she plays. I mean, I'm smashing. I don't know about y'all. I'm smashing.
But Angela Hart?
Yeah, Angela Reese.
Yeah,
what?
Lord have mercy.
Taking that down.
Stephen A.
No. What happened with Stephen A?
Oh, John.
Oh, let me share it with you guys. I can actually play this on the screen.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, you can. He's yelling probably in the camera. Cause I'm gonna tell you something.
One guy, his name is Stephen A. Smith. He plays the angry black man on TV. The angry black man stereotype is basically you're loud, you talk over people. What you say is not necessarily important. It's more how loud you are. and how you deliver your speech. He does that pretty well. I think the higher ups at ESPN and Disney see that. He's like this angry black man. He goes on Fox News probably like once a week, and he'll talk about like Gaza, and he has no idea about Gaza. Talking about like his views on Gaza, and we're like, brother, you were just talking about the Lakers like 3 hours ago. Like, what do you know about Gaza? Stephen A. had been talking about LeBron's son for like a while. LeBron like confronted him at a game one time, and then ever since that, Stephen A's been on like 4 different podcasts, basically like, I thought it was a weak move, like coming up to me and whatnot. It's just this whole like embarrassing thing that we're all like rolling our eyes at. They just think he's crazy, just trying to create attention, you know, which is his job, I guess. He gets paid a lot of money to do that. So. To like create chaos, to create like controversy, like an argument. That's like his job, basically.
So he's like an investor?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Very much whoever's buying my shit, I will sell you my book. Which is like Fox News sometimes.
And that's OMG going undercover on Stephen A. Smith there with an ESPN worker, I guess. Yeah, he's just like an angry black man that they put on the channel.
Yeah, he plays the role very well.
So he's the house ninja.
You know, I was always skeptical of him. Whenever they would ask me, like, dude, you saying all this about the Democrats, but you still can't not vote for Kamala and the Democrats. I knew then it was a play. You know what I mean? You know, it was a play. I think Patrick Bet-David or someone nailed him down. And I think it was Pat Bet-David. But I always knew it was a play. And he's the ultimate grifter there.
Yep.
Yeah. Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. But you can go to what you were going to go to, John. I thought I'd just add that in since we touched on it earlier today. I seen those clips. I was like, yeah, it's a problem. And I think at some point, major sports media is going to have to move away from this very surface racial dialogue. It's not working. And you see all these other platforms who are having more realistic conversations that are getting a lot more traction than ESPN and Fox. I think they have about a 3 to 4 year window before they go completely just to showing games and they cut out the shows. The ratings are just not there.
Well, you know what I think is going to happen? Like, the guys like Pat McAfee, they're going to have a career. Talking shit. Man, I'm going to pivot a little bit. We're still on sports, but I want to talk leadership for a bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's do it.
And I'm going to do that by playing a video here. I may have to skip through it and see.
Yeah. You know, Universal, remember back in the day when ESPN would have like the bar at the side of the screen and it would just...
Yes. What's up next?
What's up next? I swear, I wish it could just go back to that, man.
Man, the glory days.
The glory days.
Let me know if you guys can hear this. Can you hear it?
No.
Hold on. Let me see.
None.
Can you hear that?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, shit. My bad. Here it is. Sorry. This is Marshawn Lynch. And he's talking about Aaron Rodgers. And this is his college days. I guess they went to college together. Is that correct?
Yeah, they went to Cal.
So I'm going to skip through it a bit, but I want you to just listen to what he's saying.
Aaron Rodgers is the reason why I got my 2000, my freshman. All like, hey, put 2-4 in there. Everybody, they come in there, they call 24 power. I get a power.
Oh, that's not the real.
Man, what? Them grown-ups get in there, call the play, set in, go. I done went the wrong way.
Ah, man, damn, beast. Damn.
I done went the wrong damn way. But this how I knew A-Rod was special. As A-Rod turning around and he looking for me, he sent the ball off to me backwards, yard. My running back coach, what the hell was you doing? You got to do over there to open this. He ran the wrong. Give me the next place level of trust. It was. Runner really put me in the mix.
I can't play it all because they're fucking music, but basically, the gist of what he's saying is that he ran the wrong way. You heard him say that, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And here was Aaron Rodgers telling him they went to the sideline and his running back coach or whatever, like jumping down his throat. He said, "No, coach, it was my fault."
They looking around like, what? You finna give this freshman an opportunity to put?
Oh, that's not the real.
Man, I'm grown up. I done went the wrong way. Get in there, call the play, set in, go. I done went the wrong way. But he seen fall off to me backward yard. My record, that ain't what we talking about. We was coming over there before he could even. What the fuck? He wrong thing. Give me the next the level of trust was running.
So you're saying that they built the level of trust because Aaron Rodgers took the fall, took the blame.
Took one for him. Mm-hmm.
And we talked about all the time, man, like what makes a quarterback so successful. And you know what I'm saying? It was those little small instances like that where he was willing to take the fall for one of his more or less subordinates. The running back is subordinate to the quarterback. You know what I mean? And this was in college when Aaron Rodgers did that. So it just kind of shows you the element of leadership that Aaron Rodgers
has. Absolutely. And John, a quarterback has to build trust 5 levels. First with his offensive line, then with his running backs, because that's who's going to bail him out. Then his wide receivers, his coach, and then lastly himself. And I think as men, we need to think about how we build trust within how we do things too. It might not be 5 levels, it might be 3, it might be 2. But you do have to build rapport networks in order to survive in this world. Look at the Latino guy that you talked to earlier. He's got a network.
Let me ask you this, Universal. You play football. What side of the ball you play on?
Both. I play offense, and I play defensive end, and I play fullback.
You ever heard of building from the inside out?
Yeah.
Anyone
start with the line.
You ever heard that, HB?
Yeah. Yep.
Like, you know, typically, and I think Jerry Jones did that, right? Like he and not Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson, and like basically you build from the inside out. And while you build it from the inside out, you're not focused on the external, right? You like because you know what you gotta have. You gotta have a strong line and defensive line. It doesn't matter what any other team has, right? You can't draft for a cornerback to stop the opposing team's your divisional opponent wide receiving if your defensive line is weak.
Right.
You can scheme that wide receiver if you got a strong defensive line. But there's nothing you could do with a weak defensive line. So you got to build from the inside out. Right. And if you build from the inside out, you don't have to focus on what other teams are doing in the draft or anything else because you're focused on the inside out from a draft strategy. And I think that is what you see in these immigrant groups here. They come in and they're building from the inside out. They want to put 6 people in the basement. They have networks and shit like that. And that will kind of, buffer you from the outside influences,
Yep. Yep. And I think that I know we get flack for talking about sports all the time, but sports can be translatable in life, honestly. You really can if you understand it and know what you're looking at. And if you think about manhood, you kind of do have to do the same thing. You got to get your stability first. That's what the offensive line and defensive line is. It makes you stable. So then you can make the plays. And like let's translate this to this gentleman who you got to call to see if he's come up with that $250 or whatever. He has not established his stability. His foundation is so bad,
right,
that he has no options. I heard him earlier. He said, "Man, this shit stressing me out."
Yeah,
man.
You think he's laid up in bed all day? University, say he's not working.
I think he's sitting up drinking because it's almost time for him to get out of there. So he's in stress mode right now.
He didn't go to work today. Universal.
Yeah, I heard that. I laughed when I heard that. I was like, see that? Even though they didn't pay him, he fucked up right there.
Like, bro, like, what do you think about that? Him laying up all day with a shady employer? What would you have been doing all day?
I'm trying to figure out how they might get that $250 or finding a new spot to land in.
What about another job?
That's how you figure out how you're gonna get the $250.
There's a whole bunch of apps that you could do.
Yeah. That's how you figure it out. How am I about to make this money?
Is he too old? Who's read the book Outliers?
I have.
You know how they talk about it? I think it's Outliers where they talk about certain people come along at the right time.
Yes.
When technology is right.
Yeah, you use hockey as a metaphor. Yep.
Right. Yeah, use hockey as a metaphor. Is he like beyond the? Is he like? Did he come on at the wrong time to take advantage of all the apps and stuff? He's
Nah,
How
John.
old is he?
Lindy Lou is cammed up while she's doing DoorDash. Like Lindy Lou.
But Lindy Lou may have had a daughter or someone to help her, right? She didn't even know.
No. She was by herself. She was by herself doing it. You know.
But Lindy Lou is not a lawyer. Maybe, that's a deterrent to him looking outside of his purview because of this education. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, created a blind spot for him.
Yeah, I think that goes to your whole point where he's so focused on the wide receiver and the cornerback.
Yeah,
he's not even looking at the line right now. Like, bro, you gotta get out there and hustle, man.
Honestly, I think he was more focused on just being drafted. I'm a lawyer. I'm be okay.
Yes.
No hard work. No build a relationship. No submit myself with the city that I'm in. Just I made it.
Hey, Latino, did you go to college?
Me, no.
I know a while back you were talking about getting like a forklifting job or something like that.
I worked for Boris Head for 3 years.
Have you ever what does your wife do for a living, if you don't mind me asking?
She is a financial assistant,
She works
financial assistant manager.
So she's like white collar. She works in the office, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you pay hourly or you have a salary?
What?
Are you pay hourly or do you have a salary?
No, I have a 1099 because I do the apps.
Oh, so you're 1099. Okay. Have you ever felt...
This is why I was telling you earlier. It doesn't make any sense that there's no money coming in for this man.
Let me ask you this, which means he could have other clients. Let me ask you this question. Your wife is a white-collarish employee and you're 1099. You got is hustling. Would you say that's fair?
What was that?
Your guy is hustling. If you're 1099, you're hustling.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta make it. You gotta make it work every day. Like there's no salary,
no days off.
And I asked HB earlier, has he ever been pressured or felt like the pressure to, what I asked you HB earlier?
Yeah, just going from college educated into trucking.
Right. Latino is different. Universal, you get what I'm trying to ask. I'm a little fucked up, but you see what I'm trying to ask him, right?
I think so. I think I know where you're going.
He's a white collarish lady, wife, whatever, right?
Right.
But he's on the hustle.
He's hustling. Yeah, hers is built in. Yeah.
Now, if he were black, how do you think that would work out?
he'll be playing. He might still be on YouTube with us. But he'll be playing a lot of NCAA football, my friend. He'll be playing a lot of Madden. He'll be kicking back.
Do you think that girl, when Ross Girl and I did that live stream at that bar at my tenant?
I remember. Yeah.
And when she said, "I make 100,000."
Yeah, I remember her.
You think that black girl would go for a black Latino for Trump? Is out here working gig jobs, 1099?
Nah, she said she wouldn't. Remember?
HB, you remember that?
She said he. I remember exactly what she said because I hit her up on Instagram. She said if he.
This nigga here, boy.
Hey, shoot or shoot. Hey, man, listen. Hey.
I don't qualify for none of those women.
Well, yeah, you can. You just gotta know how to finesse. Listen, she said.
Yeah, I'm good.
Man, hey,
too much of a headache.
Shoot or shoot. She said if they don't make as much as me or better, I don't know what we're doing. Go back and watch the clip. She's like,
and the problem was she made more than she should make.
Right. Because she was like didn't she say she does like party planning, making like 90,000, which is a lot to like orchestrate company parties? I was like, that's a cake job. That's a good job, man. That's a really good job.
Government job at that.
90,000 to do corporate parties. I mean, she's registering people, getting the name tags, make sure the caterers show up. She got a cake job, bro. Like, oh, what?
And I think that's kind of the difference between like the Latino and say, I don't know, somebody hood conservative, right?
Yeah.
It'd be very difficult. It'd be very difficult for him to keep a sister in line doing what Latino does.
It's difficult keeping a sister in line doing what I do.
I mean,
I'm
to be honest, most of the the dudes that I know, they make good money because they work like trucking or whatever. But if you look at their girl, they make more money than they do, and that's never been an issue.
Are they black?
No.
That's the point.
Yeah,
ding,
that's
ding.
sad.
You know what's interesting? Latino? When I first moved to New York, I had a lady that lived in the Bronx. She was like, yo, these Latinos gangsters. These Dominicans gangster like a motherfucker. And like they were very business minded. Like, yo, like they were like the top tier Hispanic Caribbean group. That was my experience with them. Like you call the Uber, Dominican.
Yeah.
You go to the corner store, Dominican. You want some dope, some of the good white, you know, Dominican. It was a good weed, Dominican. Like
you got a liquor guy too that will drop it off.
They had everything sold up. You know what I'm saying? Like they were like the top tier. They were like the Jamaicans among the Black Caribbeans. That's kind of my recollection of them. Man, we're about an hour in. Does anyone want to help the FBA? You know that nigga ain't got it. We got an hour. We got less than an hour to we gave the nigga some grace. I tell you, I got an email the other day and yesterday, and I tend to think I'm a pretty empathetic guy. I think I am.
I got an idea.
You should give the empanada lady that dude's number so he can be security at least.
But I tend to think I'm an empathetic guy. You know, stay next year, we're gonna kick your ass out. Look at it. See, you're the one that running the white people away. They ain't Nixon, honestly. I got an email the other day. Like us white people, we're not accustomed to seeing a callous ass nigga up here. You showing dead bodies, dead niggas, and you giggling and shit. And that may be suitable for your black audience like Day and Nixon, but for the whites, it's just a little bit too much for us to take. I got an email about that, right? Universal, right? I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Did you send it to HB? Send it to HB if you get a chance.
Gotcha.
Hey, did you get a chance? Or did we just talk about it?
No, we just talked about it. I didn't get to see it, but you know, even that, you know, I think a lot of black people are the same way though.
And you know, I think honestly, you know what I'm saying, you know, I've told you about my family members, friends, family members, you know, they don't like, and you know, I think that it, like, be brave and get up in here and just go, wow, and suffer no consequences. You know what I mean? But I can't get up here and do that without shit. Like I said, I ain't talked to my father shit since I started this stream. And we used to talk all the time. And so, you know, it's interesting. It kind of weighs on me a bit. I will say that. So when Dane Nixon said, go ahead and kick him out.
Yeah, but isn't it worse when the rappers be talking about I'll kill Dill? You know what I mean? Like kill, drill.
Man, that's the whataboutism.
Isn't that worse?
Yeah. That's the whataboutism that blacks will immediately dismiss you and say, well, you just engaged in whataboutism.
Yep.
How could I
I mean, but whataboutism my ass is a fact.
That's the fail-safe, though.
And you see, Dane, and see, here's where the kind of the empathy that is, I think people don't recognize. Dane Nixon think I'm baiting the audience. Honestly, I'm just giving it some time. You said 4:30, I'm giving it to him. I didn't tell you, hey guys, I'm gonna kick him out right now if you don't see me a cash out.
Yeah. I need $50 to keep him in.
There are channels that do that, right?
Yes, they are.
Right? Yeah. Nigga, you want me to send the show? You send me $2,000, right? You want me to drop this nigga off the panel? Send me $50. I could be like right now, Dane Nixon, right now, I could say, send me $100 to call him right now. I could try to monetize this shit, right? But voluntarily, me, myself, you know, hey, I'm giving him grace. That is the empathy that I think that white people don't see. When you deal with blacks, this is the kind of empathy that you have to extend. And it may not come across as me shedding tears or being stoic like what you will see on the nightly news. But this is empathy. This is giving him every opportunity to fulfill his end of the bargain. right? I've done that, right? You can't say I haven't done it.
Yeah.
Right? Dang, Nixon, would you say this song? Right? Dang, Nixon said, you're not giving him any time you know you want. Well, he asked for. Let me show you what he sent me.
It's been a couple days though.
Right. He asked for 4:30. Dang, Nixon. HB, put me up on the big screen. Let me see if I can show you what the nigga said. And see, this is what he sent me. Let me see if I can put it up on the screen. This is what he said. Let me see if I can. I don't want to dox the niggas. Then you niggas be complaining about that. Right?
And this is part of the this is why for black men we don't have the luxury of having empathy, because the reality is nobody's gonna have empathy for us. John literally is losing money on this nigga day after day. Nobody got it. Nobody got any empathy for John. John still got to keep the lights on. He still got babies to feed.
Yeah.
Nobody has empathy for him, and this is why we don't have the luxury to have empathy. That's what a lot of white folks don't really understand.
And
it's just a luxury.
You know what else is interesting? HB, at the same time,
empathy is expensive.
You know, at the same time, HB, if we weren't live, because I'm like, well, shit, I gotta go do something else because, well, this nigga here is keeping me from being live. The niggas be texting me like, why you ain't live, John? Well, hell, the nigga ain't paying rent.
No empathy, man.
Yeah,
they don't got no. They want us to have all the empathy, but they ain't got no empathy for us, man. It's wild how it works, man. That's why. Listen, man, you can't have no empathy, man. I'm sorry.
You want
black man.
They want us to stay live, HB, but they be like, well, you know, let me show you the message here, HB. Go ahead.
We the most scrutinized and the most propagandized against, man. It's fucked up. We don't got the luxury. We don't.
Damn, did it come through yet? Let's see.
In the words of Michael Jackson, all I gotta say is they don't really care about us.
It's true, man.
They're not like us.
You see this, HB? Can you see it, HB?
Nah, you gotta read it for me. Oh, we got Lindy Lou in the building. Lindy Lou, hey Lindy Lou. Hey Lindy Lou.
You can see his text message up on the screen here, Lindy Lou.
I'm glad you're doing all right, Lindy.
I just spoke with my boss. Can you get me to 4:30? That's today at 12:13. That's what he wrote me at 12:13.
It's 4:00, John.
It's almost 4. You got 37 minutes. Anyone want to buy FBA a day? We're having a sponsorship here. You heard him groveling yesterday. The black man employer has not paid him. If you think
I would have helped him, but the thing is, my kids have a way of living. They like electricity. They like internet. They like cable. They like hot water. You understand?
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on for 1 minute. Give me 1 second. You know, HBI put up a poll in the chat. Where is the chat?
Oh, you put a poll? What's the poll say, John?
You need to check the poll, HB. That's what I need to check.
I'm about to go check it. Give me a sec.
HB, I put a poll up in the chat. You know that?
No. What was the question and what
should I make the tenant grovel?
Oh, yeah.
54% of people say make him grovel, John.
Well, that's a 54. That's a consensus thing. I mean,
that must be the blacks.
Yeah. Be Brave came in with on his burner accounts. Hit that option a couple times. Make him Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna put another question in. Should I let him stay one more day? We're gonna see what it looks. No, I want to see what I want to see where the liberals are.
Nah, don't do that, John.
Yeah. The liberals can help, you know.
And then we're gonna end this poll, and then we're gonna add another poll. HB.
The liberals' excuse is going to be, well, internally, if we help him, then we're helping John. So no.
Right.
Don't do that, John. Hey, good afternoon, Lindy Lou.
Lindy Lou, that's true. He said he's gonna.
Hey guys, John.
Hey, Lindy.
What's going on, guys? What happened with the guy today? What happened? I'm curious. I just got home from work.
You can see what's on the screen.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah. That was at 12.
So he got an extra. Okay, so his friend sent him $100.
That was yesterday, but this is today. So he says, I just spoke with my boss. Can you give me till 4:30?
Oh, shoot, John.
Lindy Lou, you said something interesting yesterday. You said, what did you say? You said it's sad to see him grab a man.
Yeah, I couldn't stay. I was up here when he was on. I was like, I can't stand to listen to this guy beg. I felt bad.
Hey, HB. You heard Lindy Lou, a nice woman. Says she can't listen to this shit.
Very nice woman. Lindy
Well,
Lou,
I couldn't do what John does, HB. You guys, I don't think I could do it.
Oh yeah, no, I know, Lindy. You would be, they'd be on the 15th of the month. Lindy's still taking excuses. Oh well, he'll come up with the money. Oh well.
And so
Lindy Lou, if he was young, would you exchange the rent for something else?
If he was younger?
Let me get yeah, hold on a second. Let me get Latino out of here, Lindy Lou. Don't answer that question. Lindy Lou is a lady, man. What the hell?
Lindy Lou,
I didn't actually hear what he said, so probably a good idea, right, HB?
Thank God.
Lindy Lou, the better question is, how would this make you feel about a man knowing he's this beaten down and groveling like this?
Oh man, I still feel bad, but there's just no way that I could be with somebody like that. I'd be wondering what happened in his life to get him to this point. First of all, he's a lawyer or was a lawyer. It's like what happened to get him at this point in his life?
Let me ask you this question, Lindy Lou.
Yeah.
If you had a baby by this man,
Lord have mercy,
and he called your daughter,
yeah,
and asked your daughter for some money, how would that make you feel? Nobody ever thought about this, did they? How would that make you feel?
I'd be really disappointed, you guys. I'd be like, jeez, he's gonna call his own kid for money.
No, he's gonna call your child. Get it right. He's gonna call your daughter.
My child.
And he's gonna say,
well, it depends on how old she is. I can't tell her what to do, but I'm gonna guess, John, that this guy's got.
I'm gonna ask you. You don't want to answer the question. The question is, your daughter out here struggling, and her daddy, your ex, whatever, husband, baby daddy, whatever, done called your daughter up and done took money out of her pocket that she might have children or whatever. How are you going to feel about this man? Let's be honest, Lindy Lou.
Disappointed. I'd kind of lose respect for him. I mean, and if he had a history of, I'm thinking he at some point in time might have had a history with substance abuse. If not, if it was fraud, if he frauded other people, somehow he got he's not a lawyer anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something's up. And the whole family is like, that tough love kind of thing. Either he's got a substance abuse or he's done something real shady, because nobody wants to help him. And that's not normal. You know what I mean?
But let me ask you, do you see how this like translates into a lot of problems you see? You see the whole pop the balloon, right?
Yeah.
Part of that pop the balloon, the shit you see on there is like the shit you see like right here, right? When we're about to call this guy, he's groveling. He's not in the position to maintain a woman, right? HB, would you say that's fair?
Yeah. I mean, wait, he's not even in the position to maintain himself.
Right.
That's the bigger issue.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I'm gonna tell you a quick story, and I'm not gonna go deep in it. Long time ago, when I was on a dating app, I started chatting with this man. We were having like great conversations, right? He was telling me a bunch of stuff. Come to find out, he was in a he was in a hotel room. I didn't figure this out until a few days later because I started kind of like he was saying little things. He's in a hotel room, and then he'd have to leave the hotel, and he would have to sleep in his car for a week and go back and make enough money to get into the hotel room. I'm like, and it was cold outside. I'm like, what? I was shocked. Wow. After that, I was like, it's like I didn't talk to him again. I just told him, I said, you need to get off this dating site, save your money. And said, why? And I said, why are you trying to date right now? You don't even have your life in order.
Yeah, he probably was trying to find a sugar mama. You know.
Then I kind of like gave him the little lecture. It's like, I'm not his mom, but I'm like, what are you doing? I said, who's gonna meet you at a truck stop? He's at a truck stop on 75 Monroe, HB. You know where that's at. Not a bad area. But like, what are you doing? I said, what are you doing this for? I said, get your life together before you start dating.
You'd be surprised, though, Lindy. You'd be surprised.
We just.
Well, I'm in a semi, so it's a little bit different. So I'm not in my car at a truck stop. I'm in a semi, so it's a little different. But yeah, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, then you guys just say a story about a guy that strangled a woman in prison.
Oh yeah. Hey, let me ask you guys: how many of you guys have been to LA?
I've been to California, but not LA.
I've been there.
Man, let me tell you. So I went out to LA. I was dating a girl. I told you about it. She was a lawyer, and so we go out to LA, and we're gonna meet up with one of her friends, a Howard chick. And she says to me, "Wait till you see this girl." And so she showed me a before picture, her at Howard with a girl. And we went to LA. It's like she was a totally different person, like,
yep.
Everyone dressed up, weed done, snatched right, everything got to be right.
Yep.
And even with all that, I want to hear your comment on this. Listen to this. Can you see my screen?
Nope.
Give me 1 minute. HB, shit. My bad.
Oh, damn. There we go.
It is. All right. Let me maximize the screen. There we go. Listen.
It is so hard to find somebody to even go on dates with, mingle with out here in LA. That's why you got 200 people signing up to be in a Jubilee video, because nobody can find anybody. And you know what the worst part is? What is the success rate of those videos? Exactly. We're doomed. Like, we are cooked. Like, oh my God. It is so hard to find somebody.
It's just one lady. We hear this all the time. She's like, yo, it's so fucking hard out here. And again, like, you got to LA, bro. Like, that shit, like, top tier competition out there. Men and women.
John, I noticed a lot that men are different nowadays. I mean, I dated for a while. I got off the sites, but when I was dating for a while, I mean, men, there's no chivalry anymore. I'm not saying all men, but quite a few that I interacted with. There's no like chivalry.
But why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think they've been burned by a lot of women. That's what I think. I don't know.
Do you think you ever find a life partner at this stage in your life, Lenny Lou?
Absolutely not. I don't want to. See, I'm pretty content.
But you were on the dating apps, though.
I was. This was a few years back, and I just got off them.
But why?
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
But how long ago?
I'm gonna say it's probably been I'm going to say about 7 or 8 years ago. I had a man threaten to kill me because I wouldn't send him money. I mean, you just get, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you just
Sorry,
get stuff
lady.
like that. He said, I have your picture. I have your ID. I know where you live. You know, just all kinds of stuff. You know,
You did it, scammer.
Yeah.
Damn.
Another, you know, that was another guy. Good, started off a good conversation. Next thing I know, he's out of the country, right? And he can't get his money to get back home. Wants me to send him money. I'm like, no.
That was a scam. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a scam, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.